So Paramount's been really focused on identity and sort of the role and how it makes not only our data-driven advertising, but frankly all of the things that we do in order to bring outcomes to our advertisers. The connection point of all of that is identity. It's one of the things that we've really been investing in heavily because a lot of people talk about identity as if it's just like a one identifier or it's just like kind of one thing. It's very commoditized. And what we found is that's not necessarily true. You have to take a deep look at and understand that how you're managing your concept of who is watching devices digitally, who is watching devices linearly, and all these things. You have to be very careful and methodical with how you go about that. We've done a lot of partnerships in the last year around this space, and we're working on our own products to help really kind of recast the definition of what identity means to us. And why are we doing this? Because at the end of the day, our ability to better understand how our audiences are moving through the increasingly complex ecosystem of FAST and AVOD and SVOD and traditional linear and broadcast environments and all these other amazing places that Paramount can deliver content, we really need to have a strong connective tissue so that we can tell our advertisers, and our buyers, hey, when you buy from Paramount, you're buying an audience, right? You're buying folks enjoying advertisements in an emotional, contextual moment. And we can tell you who those folks are.
And are there any common questions you get from media buyers and advertisers about how this works? Anything that you find yourself, educating folks on?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest questions we hear a lot is, why does this even matter? I thought this always just worked well. What's my match rate? And the answer is, well, really, this matters because the amount of dollars you put, especially towards data-driven advertising, you invest heavily in very sophisticated tools and very sophisticated infrastructures, right? Because you want your dollars to go further. You want to achieve your advertising goals in a more efficient way. You want more reach, mitigated frequency, more ads in front of the folks that are most receptive. We spend a lot of time talking about the fun data science techniques and first-party data and third-party data and all these other pieces, but we don't really talk about the fact that if you kind of have messed up that identity layer at the very top, none of the rest of it even matters. That's why we're so involved in this, and that's why when we talk about identity, it's a performance measure for us, because it's a measure of how well we're able to steward the dollars towards the consumers that our clients and our advertisers want to put their advertisement in front of the most.
And finally, Travis, is there anything that you're looking forward to or any exciting thing you can tell us that may be in the pipeline?
This is going to be, I think, the first upfront where measurement is really going to take a first seat in a lot of the conversations.
Oh, interesting.
This is one of the interesting years that I think we've been preparing for and talking about for a while, where we're saying, hey, the measurement world's shifting, we have to get ready, we're going to come to an upfront, and all of the sort of traditional crutches that we've had are going to be gone. This is that year. I really do believe that. This is the year where we're going to be moving towards big data across all the sort of partners that are offering that in the space. This is the year where we're going to be talking to folks about the pros and the cons of these various approaches. And I think this is also the year where we're going to be talking about a lot of the added value types of measurement as being more loaded into the deals. I'm going to say upfront, but that's a little bit of a pun, but loaded in upfront in order to continue to demonstrate the value and really prove it to our advertisers around the power of television.